you familiar with me?
No, I am not.
No, well, I'm sure you're familiar with my work and don't even realize it. As you may have surmised by now, I am of course Welsh, where you cannot catch this. I'm originally from Monmouthshire in Wales. If you're not familiar with it, it's about 30 miles north of Cardiff, if you know Wales at all. I was, 30 when we came to America, my brother Edward and I, which had made it 1871, I'd say. We were in Dayton, Ohio, and we were told that Indiana was starting new buildings, starting in new towns, and with the new towns, of course, we'd be making new buildings. It'd be a good opportunity for us to build up our reputation and whatnot. So by 73, we went to Indianapolis, and of course, we then built up a very good reputation. Everyone who built everyone who wanted buildings built, of course, one of them built by Price Brothers. By 75, we moved here to Shelbyville, 1875. I remember the first building I ever built, without my brother, was the First Baptist Church. We built that. And then Edward and I built other buildings. We built the jail cell, the first jail cell. We built the Widow Major's house, which of course she later turned into a hospital, which was nice. Are you familiar with what a keystone is?
Yes.
Yes, when you're building an archway, the keystone is of course the main stone, all the other stones lean upon it. Do you know how you can tell the difference between a good archway builder and a bad archway builder?
Not really.
It's whether or not he's still alive. When they put in the keystone, they put a brace on it. And if you're a self-respecting mason, of course, you do not stand behind your work, you stand underneath it. And then when they pull the braces away, the stones will settle. And of course, if it's fine, then of course you're fine. If not, well, let's just say it's depressing.
Is that what happened to you?
No. I'm a good one. Actually, I enjoy reading very much, and I remember reading one time that there are no such things as bad lion tamers, there are only dead ones. I think that's true of archway builders as well. There's no such thing as a bad mason, only a dead one. Or in my case, a dead one that's very good. I said I love my brother Edward very much. I named my son William Edward, and William and I actually built this stone while I was still alive. I won't bore you how I died. It was really nothing much. I was just old, I suppose. But my brother Edward, of course, he had the asthma. And as you know, there's no cure or treatments for asthma. The years, I suppose, of breathing in the stone dust and whatnot, and he decided he wanted to end things on his own terms. And he sent his wife away to find a postage stamp so that she wouldn't have to witness such a thing. And then he drank about half a bottle of carbolic acid. Yes. And he left a note saying, of course, that the asthma had him, and that he loved our mother very much, and he apologized to his wife, so of course we cannot put this against him. His son Joseph actually fought in the World War, but this was much after my time, so I can't give you much information on that. I am sorry. Do you have any questions for me?
What were some of the buildings you built here in Shelbyville with your stone? Or used your stone to be built?
Well, now when we first came here to Shelbyville, the first building I built on my own was the First Baptist Church. And then Edward and I built almost all of the buildings in town. We built the first jail cell. We built the Widow Major's, her house, which she later turned into the hospital. How nice is that? So we built a lot of the buildings here.
And used Indiana limestone, I take it?
Well, it's interesting you should say that. When we first came about, there were a lot of other masons who were around here that were using more exotic stones, they thought. And of course, we were not from here. We are, of course, Welsh. And we thought we were using a very exotic stone called limestone. And other people that came to build with us, they bought our buildings that we made, realized that limestone is, of course, cheaper because it is natural here, and much easier to work with. And we were considered better workers because we worked at a cheaper rate and worked harder, and we thought it was because we were using such an exotic stone. So we do not work exclusively with limestone, but there is a special place in our hearts for limestone, I suppose.
So when did you come to this country?
Well, I was 30, so it would have been 1871, I'd say, was when we first came here. And then by 73, we were in Indianapolis building up our reputation, and then by 75, we were here in Shelbyville.
I understand. Where's Mary Jane today?
Well, it's funny you should say that. Of course, Mary Jane spent a lot of time in England, so I assume that's where she's at now. If you'll notice, she's not even buried here.
Yeah.
She chose to be buried in Wales.
It was nice for her to come and pose for a picture with us.
Yes.
So are there prices still in town here?
I don't know if they're still in town, but of course they're still, my family lineage of course is still around, yes.
Very nice.
Thank you.